Here's how I would rank every card that you could have any number of copies of. I think in last place is pretty clearly Tempest Talk. I bet you guys didn't even know that Tarkir Dragonstorm had one of these cards because it's so bad and forgettable. It does nothing but be a 2/2 flyer for 3 mana that when a creature deals combat damage to a player, you could search for another Tempest Talk and put it in your hand, but you have to pay another 3 mana for, again, a card that is below rate and does nothing. I think if it went right onto the battlefield, this would be a pretty good card, but there's just so many better options. Next up, I have Shadowborn Apostle, which isn't awful, but, it doesn't do anything but let you sacrifice it to tutor something, which we've seen other ones like that, but it costs 6 of them, and you're only searching for a demon straight onto the battlefield. There's some good demons, but not a ton. I mean, there's just not as much that you could do with this as other cards. After that, I have Persistent Petitioners. I definitely think this card is pretty good and can get milling really quickly, whether you want to self-mill and win with like a Thoracle, or you want to mill out your opponents and kill them that way. It's good, it's just mill's kind of not the best strategy, it's kind of inefficient, it's whatever, but I do like this card. After that, I have Sid, Timeless Artificer. Now, there's a lot I like about this card. It could be your commander, even though it's legendary, you don't have to break that rule since it counts your graveyard, and it even helps you with that by giving it cycling. All that's really nice. It just, I don't want to be worrying about this while also trying to have a lot of artifact creatures or heroes. It feels like that's two very separate focuses in a lot of ways, and it makes the deck feeling messy, where other ones are kind of cleaner. After that, I have the first card that I think starts to become a really good deck built around these, and that's Slime Against Humanity. I mean, Green is already abusing those 1/1 counters and doubling them 4 times every time you cast a spell, and it already comes with Trample. You could just start beating down your opponents so quickly with this. After that, I have Templar Knight, and hey, there's just a lot of really good legendary artifacts out there that you could tutor for. Not much more to say with that, there's just some good stuff you could get. But after that, I have Dragon's Approach. You only have to have 4 of them to trigger the tutor, which is the lowest number of the tutor ones, and because it's not a creature, you don't have to worry about your opponents removing one of them to stop the tutor from going off. It's also not overly difficult to slide into an already dedicated dragon deck and just have this as more of a sub-theme, or you could lean into the fact that it's a sorcery and it's dealing non-combat damage. You can make that damage be more, because honestly, by the time you're tutoring, 12 damage is already not insignificant, and you can make that even more with certain effects, or you can just lean into the fact that you're casting a lot of sorcery, since red already has support for that. It's just a really good build around. After that, I have the classic Relentless Rat, probably the most known a deck can have any number of copies of, and it's good, just making it a lord for all your other Relentless Rats. You could certainly snowball with this. If you have to put Rat Colony a slot higher, I mean, there's just a lot of things this is doing better. It's 1 mana cheaper, most importantly. Yes, it's +1/+0 and not +1/+1, but when you're trying to snowball out a lot of these, that 1 mana is going to be a lot more relevant than the 1 toughness. But the best one, I think, has got to be Heir Apparent. I mean, you're already trying to snowball with any of these types of decks, but now the snowball is snowballing for you for even more snowball. Also, in white, you're doubling the ETB trigger, you're doubling the tokens, you're tripling the tokens, and then you're hitting them with this thing. Well, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Which of these deck can have any number of cards do you think is the best?